Hello, it's Jennifer again. It's day 7 of my raw food diet, um, raw food vegan, and there have been some improvements and some setbacks. Um, for me, it's continuing to be a struggle um, to not eat meat. It's really hard for me. I've been cooking. For my kids today, I made a nice big huge cauldron of like Vietnamese chicken pho, and it's been everything in me. It's taken everything in me not to eat it or taste it, um, and I struggle with that. I mean, I'm a big chicken eater. I love it, and I love all meat actually. I can't lie. I'm not a vegan by ethics. I'm a vegan right now for my health because meat is acidy, and I've got diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity. Um, I yesterday was day 6. I didn't record yesterday because I'm figuring I'm going to record every couple of days. That way I can sort of talk about the day, before and today. So yesterday I went to the store, went to Henry's Market, and I bought, which is a really nice health food store here in LA, and I bought some pine nuts, some macadamia nuts, and some cashews. And boy, was that expensive! And I was planning on making. My plan was to make some raw Alfredo with zucchini pasta and some tomato soup and some cream of mushroom soup. Well, I was starving, and I came home and I ate some chopped bananas with honey, raw honey, and some peanuts for a little pick me up because I was like, yesterday was like weird. I got up, took my son to school. He goes to an actors conservatory in Century City, and I felt pretty good in the morning, but as the day progressed, I got further and further down the line, as far as like dizziness goes. I was getting progressively worse and worse, and finally I started having anxiety when I was driving, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get on these freeways and be stuck like this. I couldn't wait to get home. I actually went to Venice and I stopped at the Costco and I got some avocados, and I just ate them raw. I was like, screw this, and I ate some raw avocados and strawberries because my blood sugar, I felt like it was just diving, taking a major nosedive. I did have 2 green smoothies in the morning, and they were full of fruit, so I don't really know why I was having such a massive low blood sugar attack, but I was. So I ate that, started to feel better. Ate 4 more strawberries, started to feel a lot better. And then I got home, ate the bananas and the honey, and I started to feel a lot better. But the dizziness started to go away, of course, but I was still really tired, like really fatigued. So I went for a walk, but and then I came back, and then I decided after that I was going to go to Henry's Market. That's where my story left off. So back at Henry's Market, got the nuts, came home. I made wasn't as hungry at that point because I had eaten those bananas and honey and peanuts. But I got home and I started making this raw Alfredo, which is so simple, it's ridiculous, and it actually tasted like Alfredo. It was bizarre, and so I started cutting up the zucchini strips, and I was just pouring this stuff all on it, and I ate a whole bunch of it, just wolfed it all down, and it's like made out of cashews, so it's really rich. I mean, rich beyond belief. It tastes like butter, literally. And then, which I love butter, by the way. Everything tastes better with butter. That's another story. I decided I was so excited about making this Alfredo. It was so easy, so I decided to make the cream of mushroom, which is more cashews. The raw Alfredo actually has pine nuts in it too. So, but anyways, needless to say, I ate everything vigorously, and I practically licked the bowls clean. And within 20 minutes, I was more nauseated and sick than I have been in years from anything. I held on to that nausea for a good 2 hours before I started to vomit. And I just puked my guts out for like 4 hours, over the course of 4 hours, just wrenching. I don't know what it is. I know my system is really clean right now, and I'm not I'm not eating anything heavy in fats at all. I mean, just maybe a couple of 2 or 3 avocados a day, sometimes. And I don't know. I was just like, man, I was in a lot of really bad nausea and a lot of stomach pain, and just not so much stomach pain, just that nausea you feel, in your stomach. And so I was like, just just retching in the bathroom for hours, laying down, then going back. So I would say take it easy. My advice: take it easy on the cashew nuts. The raw Alfredo, just have very little bit of it. Make sure definitely make sure your zucchini noodles are all tossed in it, but just don't eat a whole bunch of it. I mean, I ate like a cup and a half of it, plus the 2 cups or a cup and a half of the cream of mushroom soup. So just like my stomach was just full of cashew butter, basically. Blood pressure is remaining high. It was getting down yesterday in the 150s over, whatever, over 70s. Today I woke up and it was like 200 and something over 98, or actually 110. It was really super duper high. I'm not sure if it's because I was throwing up last night or because I'm dehydrated from throwing up all my liquids yesterday. Probably a combination of that, plus the saltiness of those nuts. Or not the saltiness of the nuts, but the saltiness of the soup and the thing. I had to put salt in it. So I'm going to work on that today. I'm not cutting out. I made a salad dressing, a ginger peanut salad dressing, Japanese, for lunch right now, or sort of lunch dinner, because I'm eating it right now. But it's got soy sauce in it, so a little soy sauce. So I'm not totally cutting out salt, but I'm just reducing it from what it was yesterday. See if that makes a difference tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully it will. And then we all know that it was definitely the salt in that stuff and the dehydration from throwing up, everything yesterday. I try to compensate by drinking water, but when you drink plain water, it tends to just go right through you. So I mean, you'd have to add a little sugar and a little salt in it to make sure it sort of stays in as a whole food. So if you're going to be drinking lots of water, I'd say take a pinch of salt with it, every time you slam a 16 or 20 ounce glass down like I do. I'm having a little bit of trouble with like having to go pee every 10 minutes at nighttime. It's weird. I'm like laying in bed and then I go pee, and then literally within like 5 to 10 minutes later I'm having the urge to go pee really bad again, and then I go to the bathroom and there's a lot of pee coming out. So it's a lot of pee. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm not sure if it's digestion, if all of this fibrous fruits and greens that I'm doing are, just sitting in my intestines and sort of all the water is getting like absorbed there, and then I have to go pee, but who knows? I'm trying to figure that out too. So yeah, it's a challenge. I got a comment about my 5 kids and doing this. It's a challenge, but I'm kind of like extremist. So when I get into something, I get into it really hardcore, and I try to bring my kids all along with me on the trip. So they're not battling me at all. They're kind of like eating what I'm eating, but they're eating whatever they want to. So it's good that they're getting at least some of the stuff I'm eating in. At this point, I'm thinking I'm definitely going the 30 days. My weight loss is at 7 days is 228, or 7 pounds. I weigh 228 today, so I've lost 7 pounds in a week, which is awesome. I'm going to go for a walk right now and see how I feel after that. I'm probably going to feel great. But I'm going to go for a walk right now, and then I will be doing my blood pressure exercises, which I do those twice a day. There's walking and then a breathing exercise where it's an emotional release exercise. So I do both of those things. I just real quick, just in case you want to know what I'm eating. I have 3 20-ounce glasses of green smoothies every day. I mix up the greens. Usually, what I have in my refrigerator was different things. Today I had celery and rainbow chard and papaya and banana and a pear. I think that was my first one, and then the second one I made was and parsley, major parsley. Actually, I did the chard on the second round. So I had rainbow chard and spinach on the second one. The first one was just like all parsley with a little bit of kale, I think. Yeah. So that plus I mix, always bananas, always It's either mangoes, strawberries, blueberries, it's something like that. But it's always a good amount of greens with my fruits. Anyways, that, and then I just eat salads, And I tried that soup yesterday, so I'm gonna find out and see if I'm gonna do tomato soup a little bit later on. I'm gonna do the cream of tomato soup, see how that comes out. If it makes me nauseated again, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go through what I went through yesterday. It was too much. It was too hard on my system, and I'm really trying to get my blood pressure down. That's my biggest goal. My blood sugars are still normal, folks. I have to tell you, that's outrageously impressive. I could eat a teaspoon of sugar or a teaspoon of honey, because I love honey, and my blood sugar would go up to like 235 or something. I've eaten, like, this dressing is made with like a good teaspoon to tablespoon, or excuse me, one to two tablespoons of honey, and the highest my blood sugar got yesterday was 151. Still, not normal, because it's supposed to be under 140, right? Even after you eat, I think, but it's not 235 or 251 or 280 or 320. So that's really cool. So what I'm doing is eating 100% raw vegan. I'm drinking 60 ounces or more, a little bit between 60 and 70 ounces a day of green smoothies. So it's always 2 cups or more of greens, and a bunch of different fruits, and 2 cups of water. And I'm having a big, huge salad of usually spring mix or spinach, mixed with tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, peanuts. I just like something. I like the crunch, and I like the taste, the flavor it gives. And usually it's a ginger sesame dressing. I love Vietnamese cuisine. I love Japanese cuisine. So I'm kind of like, really into that right now. So just kind of making it like, try to taste like, some of the stuff that I've enjoyed eating at regular restaurants. I am gonna do this. I'm gonna make it through these 30 days. I'm gonna keep going every couple of days, telling you how I feel and how it's going along with my weight loss and all that good stuff. I felt tired today, but not like crazy dizziness, but I did feel kind of weird, like mental foggish. So I'm still going through what I'm going through. I know that my blood pressure's up. I know that I'm overweight. I know that I'm not, in tip-top physical shape. So it's going to take time for me to really feel like, like all these, people that are like 110 pounds feel, that are on a raw food diet, like little squirrels running around. But I do feel better than I did 7 days ago. I have to say that. So I'm sticking to it. And I'm sticking to everything. I'm not going to not walk my mile a day. I'm going to do my blood pressure exercises every day. And I'm going to keep drinking my water. I drink a gallon of water. I try to drink a gallon of water a day. So that plus my fruits, and my pee is clear. It is completely clear. So I'm not dehydrated in any way, shape, or form. But you can get that way very quickly if you're vomiting like I was yesterday. So anyways, I will see you guys in a couple of days. If you have any questions, if you want me to answer, I can do that. I'm a housewife, 5 kids, and I'm doing this. And I was on the most standard American diet you could possibly imagine, and I have no more diabetes right now. So far so good. My blood pressure is going down lower, but for some reason it spiked today. So could be the exercise I'm putting in. So I know sometimes it makes your blood pressure go back up, for a couple weeks, and then it goes down. So just got to keep it all up, and I'll keep you guys posted. Anyways, take care, and I'm Jennifer Manson, the Raw Food Housewife. Bye.